always thought alien life would come from the stars. But it came from deep beneath the Pacific.
What the hell is going on?
The first Kaiju made land in San Francisco. The second attack hit Manila. And then the third one hit Cabo. And then we learned this was not gonna stop. In order to fight monsters, we created monsters of our own. We needed a new weapon. The Jaeger program was born. Two pilots, our minds, our memories, connected. And man and machine become one.
All right, so first you make this big epic movie and everything, but within the movie, you have these little mini movies during these drifting sequences. They're like 10 seconds long. As a director, what's the minimum amount of time you need to like really convey like a movie, even if it's like a flashback like that sequence? Like, and how much tougher is it to do?
Well, on the flashbacks, what we did is we literally had a unit that have a call earlier than the main unit, and I would arrive earlier and set up those images and shoot them with them, and then go back to the first unit and shoot the rest. What is curious about those sequences is that they were shot live, black and white. Everything you see was painted. Actors, sets, clothing was all just black and white.
Wow.
So it's not, we didn't tweak them in post that much. They were shot and they look like that.
This story, when it was pitched to you or whatever, like what do you sink your teeth into? Like, when do you bite into the story and say, yeah, this is something that I'm into. I'm into this world. I want to create this movie. Like, what's the
first thing that I read a little treatment that was 8 pages long, and I came on board to co-produce, co-write, and direct. And I said, look, I'm in for the monsters and I'm in for the robots. That's done. I'm in. I said, but I came up with the idea of two pilots inside the head, because I said I would like to make it about coming together.
Yeah.
I would like to make it about trusting each other, you know?
Yeah.
And I would like to make it a movie that can have an international, interracial cast that is really, really strong, you know, that you have a girl, a guy, a Chinese crew, a Russian crew, everybody coming together to save the world.
Was this a science in this casting process? Because it seems like you got this ensemble of great cable guys also. I mean, with Idris from The Wire, and Ron is even in Anarchy, and Charlie in Anarchy.
Charlie Day from Sony.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Yeah, I watch too much TV, and I really like it. So I love actors on TV right now. It's a great time for it, and I think that I really admire Idris as sort of this leading presence and a moral force in the projects he's at.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give him a showcase where he can finally sort of cancel the apocalypse. You know? He's the only guy that can say that line and get away with it. You know?
That's a cool line right there. It's like, I'm canceling the apocalypse.
Today we face the monsters that are at our door. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
So you and Ron have kind of been drifting also. I mean, it's 20 years, 5 pictures. I mean, y'all, do you feel like y'all almost in each other's head?
Oh, Ron and I already drifted. We are drift compatible completely. I tell you this, probably Ron is one of the 2-3 people in the entire world that knows me exactly for who I am. Same with him. I know all his defects. He's incredibly human at that. He's a very transparent guy, and we get along perfectly with what we are and who we are, and you know, the positives and the negatives.
And before we go, can you scale these monsters for me? Because I mean, the way you shot it first was so true. I mean, we had the tour at ILM, and they kind of explained it to it. It comes out on screen, but in real life, what are we looking at when we look at these monsters? Like, give us a size comparison with.
What we were looking at is the creatures and the robots are both 250 feet. They are 25 stories high, and they are basically the size of a building. And we use every trick in the book, every piece of technology to convey the sense of awe to a new generation of what it is to see these creatures moving on screen.
Right. And there's a hidden nugget. You got to watch the whole credits and everything else.
You have to stay for the credits.
You're not
You have
gonna
to
tell
stay
what-
for the end. There's a little Easter egg in there for you. Don't leave the theater.
And I think this is going to be a great franchise. Thanks for bringing us on.
Thank you.
Thank you.